Hello and welcome to Shelley's Sacred Space. This is our Everything Energy and Crystal Curiosities kind of together. We're actually going to be talking about crystal grids. Now, crystal grids can be overwhelming, can be scary when you don't know what to do. That being said, they are one of the easiest ways to bring in energy into your home in a beautiful focal point if you wish. Now, I do make mini crystal grids that you can actually put throughout your house in different spots and bring in different energies in those areas. So you could have a love grid in your bedroom beside the bed to bring in passion. You can have a money grid in your feng shui money spot. I actually have ones that are with my plants to help them grow and connect them to the earth energy. I even have one under my desk for focus because I have a little shelf. So you could have one in your desk area or in your office area. I used to have them in my office to bring in harmony when people came in. They would come into a safe place and we would have good communication and harmony. So we're going to break this down. In order to make a crystal grid, you first need an intention. So you're going to decide what it is that you want to either bring in or put out. Okay. I'm going to do a sample one so that you can see, and I'm creating a grid to strengthen my connection with loved ones, my ancestors, spiritual growth, intuition, lucid dreaming. So that's what I'm working on this grid, and I'm keeping it close to pictures of family members who have passed and near my bed. So it's kind of combined. After you've figured out your intention, you're going to pick a crystal that'll work for that intention. Now, when all else fails, clear quartz is a master crystal. You can use it at any time. Your focal point, which holds your intention, main intention, will go in the center of the grid. And then after that, the next set of stones you pick are called way stones. And they're going to form around the focus stone, which is your main middle stone. And then after that is the desire stones. Now, you do not have to have one type of stone as your way stone. You do not have to have one type of stone as your desire stone. You can mix and match your stones. If I only had 4 stones, I would make a square or a design or a diamond or anything that I wanted to with those 4 stones. What happens afterwards is you connect their energy with your finger, with a clear quartz point, with a selenite point, with a wand. It is up to you on what you use. And that's it. So it doesn't have to be circular. It doesn't have to include all the same stones. I will likely do a couple other designs, maybe with the same stones that I've used here, and show you how you can do the same grid in different ways. Okay? Anyways, let's get back to what we're working on. So when you do your crystal grid, you want to actually take the time to create an atmosphere that's receptive to this energy. So you're not just going to throw on your things, connect them, and say, boom, we're out of here, we're done. It becomes a conscious choice. Each step is thought about, each step is acknowledged, recognized, and thanked in a way. That doesn't mean you sit there and you go, this stone is going to do this. I bring in this energy. I thank this energy. I put this energy out into the world. I place this stone. No, like if you're doing it out of habit, if you're doing it because you're just going through the motions, that's not going to give you the best energy of your grid. But when you do it with that intention, when you do it with the connection to your heart, that's when the energy of the crystal grid expands. Okay, so that's one of the key factors. A lot of people think you can just throw it together and you're good to go, but you're not. Anyways, I'm going to show you the stones that I chose. I chose a grape agate, which is actually purple chalcedony, I would believe. Anyways, I wanted to use this one because of the fact that the purple bits go out. The grape reference leads to the idea of an abundance of. And so I want that energy being spread out. Now, I do know that the grape agate connects to the spirit, can connect to the higher realms, can connect to my third eye, helps with lucid dreaming, brings in mental clarity, and helps with inner peace. Now, the next stone I picked was angelite. And again, I picked the angelite because it connects to the higher realms. It works with the throat chakra to bring in communication. It is calming and peaceful and gives you that tranquility and that clarity to help with communication. The next stone I chose was smoky quartz. So I have a couple smoky quartz. I chose smoky quartz because I wanted protection while I do this. I want grounding while I do this, but I also like the fact that smoky quartz can transmute. So if I'm having grief or if I'm feeling negative emotions, if there's something that comes up that makes me even sad, I want it to be able to transmute that. Doesn't mean it bypasses it, but it helps me process it and move beyond it. All right. And then I also picked, and there's a few of them, clear quartz. And I put that on because it's a master stone and it'll help amplify all of these other effects. Now, what I did do, and I don't know if you can see it, is I got ones that kind of have points, not solid points. They're not all pointy, but they all, you can see a point in them. And those ones I have pointing out. And the reason they're pointing out is because I want to be surrounded in that energy. And then the last stone I added was rose quartz, but they're the little ones. They're not big. And those are on to connect with love and self-love and peace and universal love and just bring in the people I love because that's who I'm aiming to get more communication with. Okay, so you will see a video and I'm going to just explain what I'm doing in this video. All right. So that is the grid that I used because that's what I had. There's my grape agate. I'm taking a moment to acknowledge what it is that I'm looking to do with the grape agate. I want to bring in my intentions to that and I take a moment to hold it, connect with it, and then I put it on. Next, I pick up the angelite. The angelite, same thing. I'm going to take a moment to connect with what it is that I'm hoping for to work with them. And then I'm going to place it on my grid. And as you see, one tumbled. It's not a big deal. You just fix it and put it on. At this point, we're just placing. You can move them around anytime you want if it doesn't quite work. You haven't activated the grid yet. Our next one is our smoky quartz. Again, I sit with those for a minute, connect with their energy, connect with my intention, and then I put them on. As you can see, I am putting them in the same line as the angelite. I chose two stones within that waste stone. And then we have our clear quartz. Again, you're going to connect with those. And like I said, I'm putting them around and I'm having them point out because I want that energy to spread out to me in the world or in the room that I'm in at the time. And the next part is the rose quartz. So again, sit with them for a minute. And then I took them and I just sprinkled them all around the outside. So now my energy on the outside is amplified with love. And it's all about love and the people I love and connecting with that energy. And now we have the activation option. To activate it, you connect the crystals. I have two samples of a wand, a little one and a larger wand, or you can use your finger or a crystal wand. So in this one, I'm using the finger and I'm doing what's called a starburst. And I'm going from the center stone out to all of the stones. And I only chose the big stones in this case. And I just connect them all with the center stone. Because there are different ways to do this. So our next way, I'm going to take the crystal point as a sample, and I'm going to start at the center stone, go out to the farthest stone, connect all the clear quartz and the rose quartz together, and then come into the waste stones, connect all of those, and then end up back at the center stone. And then I would amplify the energy to come out. There are multiple ways that you can do that. All right. So if you have a longing to do it differently, follow that. Nothing in crystal grid work is set in stone. And if anyone says, well, it only works if you do it this way, they're wrong. Especially if you're having that connection to wanting to do it a certain way. If you're like, you know what, I really feel like many people use towers in the middle of their crystal grid. I have one that has pine cone. I have a pine cone attached. People will add herbs, flowers. It doesn't have to just be crystals. If you have dried flowers from a special occasion and you want to bring that energy to a room, put those on there. Or take one flower and take each petal. It does not have to be just crystals, even though it's called a crystal grid. But anyway, I digress. If you're feeling it, if you have this nudge, I really want to do this, do it. Try it. What's the worst that's going to happen? It doesn't work? Okay. So you revamp it the next time. Not a big deal, right? Thank you so much for joining me. Until the next time, bye for now.